Good morning. Welcome back to Mona's Take. I am your host, monadrose, and we're here to talk about everything reality TV. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything I have coming up. Today's video is going to be on Survivor Episode 7. A lot of scrambling going on. Some alliances being made. Don't know how long they'll last. But we'll get right in. People are acting on a whole nother level on that. So can't wait to see that karma train coming through. Choo-choo. Mood of the day. Really? You gotta give us more credit than that. Some people, buckle up, buttercup. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. So, we started out with the tribe coming back from tribal council after Ellie was voted out. Janine is blindsided. Noelle's giving her a pep talk, telling her don't let people know that you're upset about this because they're going to loop you guys together. You know, you got to take it. I felt the same way when, I forget who she said was voted out of her tribe. I felt the same way. You just need to keep it under wraps. Don't let them know you're as close as you are. And don't plan a target on your back. Everybody's talking. Gabler's name keeps coming up a lot. There's a lot of people that don't trust him. With Ellie's little remark of seeing what trusting Gabler gets you. As she walked out of tribal council, voted out. So his name's coming up a lot. They get some equipment, tree mail. And they think they're going to be painting their new tribe flag or something. They get down there and they open it up and it tells them that they have to split into pairs for this next challenge. Well, nobody wants to be seen jumping up and saying, oh, I want you, or oh, I want you. So nobody's willing to say who they want to pair with. And I don't remember who came up with it, but somebody said, well, let's paint some rocks. We have some paint here. And we'll draw rocks. So that's what they did. So they paired up. It was Owen and Gabler, Cody and Dwight, Noelle and Sammy, Ryan and James, Carla and Cassidy, and Jesse and Janine. And the way the challenge worked, there was 3 separate stages. The first 4 teams to get stage 1 done moves on to stage 2. The first 2 teams that get stage 2 done get to move on to stage 3. Stage 3 splits them up into 4 individual tribe members that are competing for immunity. I'm sorry, guys. I just got back from physical therapy and my mind is all over the place. So the first station, they had to crawl through a hoop net, but it was twisted. So they had to get through that, both of them, get to the sand pit, dig up some planks, and get back on their mat. The second one, they had to take those planks, climb up a net, use the planks to get across to the other side, and slide down a slide. The last one was the one that we've seen a lot. They had a pole that they had to hold on to. A rope was attached to it with a bucket that had 25% of their weight coming in. And the last one standing wins immunity. So the first 4 that make it to stage 2 are James and Ryan, Cassidy and Carla, Owen and Gabler, Cody and Dwight. They all get through. They move on to stage 2. The first 2 teams that are down the ramp that will be moving on to 3 is Cody and Dwight and Gabler and Owen. And they split up into 4 individual people at that point, and they're fighting for immunity. Gabler, I don't know how long that actually was. I think it was over like almost 30 minutes. But I was like, just the brief little part that we got to see, I was like, shut up, Gabler. That had to wear on the other 3 that were competing against him. And maybe that's what he intended. Or maybe he's just like kooky. I don't know. But he ended up winning immunity. Oldest member of the tribe, and he got immunity last night. And he talked about the veterans that he works with and different things like that afterwards in his confessional, whatever. And that touched me, and I'm glad that he's a veteran, or glad that he takes care of the veterans. And that he has so much love in his heart for veterans. I come from a long line of military, so that does mean a lot. But he still got on my ever-loving last nerve during that competition. I believe Ida had to say, shut up. So they get back to camp, and Sammy, Owen, James, and Dwight go to get water. And when they open it, there's a bottle floating in it. And James digs it out. And it's an advantage. It says that there's an advantage hidden underneath the shelter. He asked, does anybody even want it? And the other 3 are like, no, we don't want it. That's just going to bring more heat on us. We don't want it. So he says, well, I'm not going to do anything till after tribal council. Well, then he gets to thinking about it, and he's like, if I wait till after tribal council, it probably won't be there anymore. So I'm going to go get it now. Now you had 4 people that saw that. How in the hell did they leave him alone to get it? I would have been stuck to him like glue. But no. It shows him going back to camp and nobody being at the camp. I guess they were all on the beach. And it was the knowledge is power. He starts telling people he got it. He told several people he got it. Now, at this point, everybody had already made up their mind that they were going to split the votes between Ryan and James. So once everybody figures out that he has this knowledge is power, then his name really starts coming up. And you got to think, Noel's got an advantage. I don't know if he knows about that. But you have Cody, Carla, and who's the other one? Janine. That all have idols. That he can use that to get their idol. So everybody should be pretty nervous about him using it tonight. Actually, he told Noel about it, and Noel told everybody else about it, but then he started telling other people about it too. That's one thing about Noel. Don't tell her anything. I have figured that out, because if you tell her, everyone is going to know it before it's over with. She likes to talk. So the names that are going around in camp are Noel, Dwight, James, and Ryan at this point. Well, when everybody finds out that James has the knowledge is power, they start handing off their stuff to somebody else. So if he does know they have it, he can't get it. Well, you're also letting everybody else know what you have, too. Janine gave her idol to Dwight. Noel gave her advantage to Owen. I did not see Carla or Cody hand theirs off, so I don't know if they did or not. But I'm thinking, what happens if you give whatever you have, your idol, your advantage, or whatever, to someone who's voted out? Then it walks off the island with them. That didn't make a whole lot. I could see it if it was someone that you trust 100%. But it was almost like they were just scrambling. Okay, you take this. Okay, you take this. All right, you take this. So everybody knows what everybody has. This is definitely not the old Survivor. I can promise you that. Because number one, he could have lied about what advantage he got. He didn't have to tell people that it was the knowledge of power. The whole thing is knowledge of power. Power is knowledge, or knowledge is power. So now you've let everybody else know that you have this and it's useless. I don't think we've once seen this played correctly at all. Because people don't keep their mouths shut anymore. It's crazy. It's plumb crazy. I like Survivor that's unpredictable. The last 3 seasons of Survivor have been very predictable. Because everybody tells everybody everything. So we get to Tribal Council. James does not use his knowledge as power. So the votes start coming in. James gets a vote. Dwight gets a vote. Ryan gets a vote. It goes back, James, Dwight, Ryan. At one point they're all tied. Then Ryan gets another one against him. But Dwight got 6 votes against him. Now, I've watched this over and over because you can see Janine like putting her hand back there, like, give me my idol type thing. I never saw where he did that. So I don't know if he walked off the island with Janine's immunity idol. But she looks very worried, so I'm thinking he probably did. So that's the recap for the episode. I don't know. I think Dwight was another one of my people that I had, so he's gone. So I think Cody's the only one I have left on that tribe that I had his name pulled. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I'm just not really getting into... I don't think we're getting enough of the strategy talk and the gameplay. So we really don't know what's going on half the time. And that's not the kind of unpredictable I was talking about. I just think that we're not getting enough screen time because we have a shorter version of Survivor. And I'm hoping that maybe next year they'll go back to the 40 days. Doubt it, but I would like to see that happen. I think it would make for a better season. So, that's the recap. I'm still pulling for Carla. I'm still pulling for Cody. Gabler, just because he's older. I'd like to see him stick around a little bit. And because he causes chaos. I still like Sammy. I still like Owen. We'll see if they can start pulling off some of these individual challenges. That's all I have for you guys for this week. We'll see you next week for episode 8 of Survivor. I'm also going to be doing a video today on the challenge. MTV episode 4. I had to look at it. If you guys are interested in that, drop me a comment in the comment section and tell me what you think about Survivor. Is this what you're used to seeing? Is it keeping you engaged? Because I have to be honest, it's getting difficult to keep me engaged with it because everything is just, you know what's going to happen because nobody can keep their mouth shut. So I'd like a good big twist. That would help maybe. So that's all I have for you guys for today. I will see you next week, and as always, much love.